Hello, my friend. I'm the Hunter here. Welcome to another live stream. We're gonna be checking out two cool deals and two new free VSTs. My name is Amner Hunter. Welcome and thank you very much for being here. Happy to be spending some time with you on this video. Let's move on with the plugins that we're gonna be checking out today. First, we're gonna be checking out the new free cap simulator by ML Sound Lab Mikko on the version 2. Next, we're gonna be checking out a new over-the-top compressor by Joom Audio. Pretty simple to use. We're gonna be checking out a cool plugin by Joey Sturgis Tones JST Skybox, a reverb plugin that currently has 34% off at Plugin Fox, $19. I think this is inspired or emulating this cool reverb boutique reverb pedal for I don't know if it's only for guitars, but yeah. And we're gonna be checking out also a cool deal here at ADSR, a $9.99 effect by Initial Audio. This one's called Reverse, and if you buy anything here at ADSR, you're gonna get this cool delay plugin that costs $45 free in any purchase here at ADSR. Before we begin with the content, I'd like to invite you quickly to my website amnerhunter.com, where I have some additional freebies such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players about mixing with free plugins, music productivity in your home studio, and how to make more music in less time. Additionally, I have some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, a drum sample pack, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or the channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. Let me know if you are here in the chat, or let me know what you think of these plugins after the live stream ended in the comment section. Let's move on here to my DAW. We're gonna be checking out this mix, and first let's start with the Mikko 2 cabinet emulator. Here you can move in real time the microphone in the speaker that you see here on this user interface in real time, like you would do it on a real cabinet, right? Where you are moving the microphone. Here on this free version, you have only one cabinet, but it's a Mesa, the oversize cabinet, a 4x12, and you have access to 4 microphones on this free version: the Dynamics SM57, 421, Ribbon 121, and Condenser 184. These are the 4 microphones that you can add here on this chain. All right, and you can blend the different sounds, and it changes here the EQ curve, right? And you can also move things in real time with these dots or points that you have here. Pretty cool to make the guitar sound fit in the mix better, right? So this is only the cap section, of course. You can move, you select a different microphone. For instance, let's select this one, and you move the position, the distance, the angle of the microphone, tilt. You can also reverse the face, or flip the face, or you can pan also left or right. You double click on any control and it resets by default. You can also disable the cabinet section, the EQ section. One cool thing that I loved about this is that if you somehow get a pretty cool, amazing tone that you really enjoy, you can export the IR, right? You can export that impulse response and use it in other plugins, or export it to your, maybe to your pedal board, to your FX processor, Kemper or XFX, stuff like that. Also some multi-effects. You can export the impulse in choosing the sample rate, 44.1, 48 kilohertz, 24-bit, which I recommend 24, or if you want to export it in stereo or mono. Pretty cool. Yeah. And I'm gonna use this cabinet to make the guitar fit better on this mix, this distorted guitar that I have. So let's start with this 57. Let's start here in the center, closer to the microphone. I'm gonna have it right, like direct, like that. And let's start making these guitars sit better in this mix. I want the sound more bright. Here is darker, far from the cone, the center. It's sometimes pretty dramatic how the changes are with a single move, and that's why now professionals are mentioning a lot that the cab section is the 80% of the guitar tone. And even you can, if I want this brighter, awesome. You can use also a high pass filter to remove some low end. Cool. Awesome stuff by ML Sound Lab nonetheless. This incredible engineering, and yeah, this free version, I think it might be of good use for you. I'm gonna leave the guitar sound right there. Let's move on with the next freebie on the list. It's this cool over-the-top compressor by Joom Audio. Over-the-top compressor means that you are using compression, not only downwards, which is like most compressors work from the top and down. They start to compress the peaks and down, right, and reduce the peaks. Over-the-top compression adds upwards compression, so it starts to compress also from the valleys and up. So a lot of detail is added to the signal by applying both of these compression settings, and this plugin does that in a very simple way with just one control here in the top of the plugin. You add the compression and you use the mix knob to blend the unprocessed and processed signal, and you have a gain control to compensate, because when you add a ton of compression, you might also add a ton of the signal gets more consistent, and a lot of details of the mix, even in the vocals, for instance, the breathiness and all that comes forward. So with this gain control, you can compensate, and this sharpness is like the attack. It's slower attack time to the left and faster attack time to the right. So to the right, you destroy a lot the audio. You reduce very aggressive the dynamics, and you bring up a lot of the character of the initial recording. I'm gonna start here at the left, and let's put this back to 0. I'm gonna use it here on this drum so you can hear the amount of details that this upwards and downwards compression adds. Let's add here in the mix. It's even pumping, right? Before. Cool. We can leave out the cymbals. A ton of punch is added with this. It's more compression than a normal compressor because it's adding also upwards compression. This is pretty useful on vocals, for instance, because you bring up a lot of the detail of the vocal, and it gets closer the peaks and valleys, right? But it in a much more aggressive way, and a lot of the detail of the vocal, it's there because of the upward compressor. Let's use it on these vocals that are very dynamic. If you see all of the peaks and valleys and very quieter parts. Let's check it out. The vocals get buried a lot, and some phrases are not buried, are very loud. So let's use this compressor to even out the vocal and to bring up the detail. Some phrases are buried in the mix.
You'll not believe in my new disguise. And baby, there's a lot to let it go.
You have to be very careful with the gain because it increases a lot.
And maybe I should try a little more.
You even hear what's in the headphones of the vocalist, right? Because the amount of compression, all of the background noise, it comes forward as well.
Maybe I should try a little more.
But the vocal is very consistent now.
Maybe I should try a little more. You'll not believe in my new disguise.
Very extreme.
There's a lot.
It's very contained, the vocal. Let's check it out in the mix.
Maybe I should try a little more. You'll not believe in my new disguise.
All of the details.
Baby, there's a lot to let it go.
The letter S, it's very present, right? So it adds a lot of detail to the vocal sound, especially. That's the cool thing about over-the-top compressors. And let's move on with the next plugin on the list. It's the JST Skybox. Pretty cool reverb plugin with 7 modes. Let's use it here first on these drums. This plugin has this 7 modes: cloud, chorale, shimmer, room, reverb, plate, spring, and blood. The original reverb pedal that this plugin is inspired in has more modes, but this one is pretty cool and sounds great for all types of instruments and applications. So here you have the decay, pre-delay, tone, modulation, and the mix control. And also you have some advanced controls here. This plugin it's in $19, which I think it's a good price for this. Input, output, follow, duck, which is compression, freeze, pretty cool function to freeze the reverb, the wet filter, width. You can invert the polarity or mono the low end, pretty useful to mono the low end. Compression, distortion, crush, pitch, massive, and you can synchronize to your DAW's tempo and the diffusion. We're gonna check out these controls in a moment. Let's it has some cool presets as well. Let's test it here on these drums. Cloud, chorale, room, brighter or darker, spring, and blood. Let's check out some it leaves the reverb tail, right? Freezes. Adds distortion. Alright, let's use it here on this vocal track that we already processed with the over-the-top compressor.
Maybe I should try a little more. You'll not believe in my new disguise. Baby, there's a lot to let it go. I got the weight of 1,000,000 lives. Maybe I should try a little more. You'll not believe in my new disguise.
Shimmer.
Maybe I should try a little more.
Alright, so this is the Skybox by JST. And moving on with the last plugin on the list, this cool reverse plugin that I found to be very useful because you don't need to use this or to do this effect manually to make things more interesting in a transition or something. So I'm gonna use it here on this rhythms, so you can see its practical use. So in this transition, the rhythm guitar, it's by itself, and this plugin, what it does is it reverses the audio, right? It only reverses like 1/8 of a bar, 1 bar to 4 bars, and with this control in the center you introduce the reverse effect. So, and you can turn off and turn on, you have a fade as well percentage, and you're gonna hear the sound in a moment. All right, for instance, let's check out this part of guitar without the effect. Okay, we can add something interesting there in a transition. Let's start to use. I'm gonna back off to 0 the dry wet control. I'm gonna have maybe 1/4 of a bar, and let's use it. So let's listen by itself. All right, let's also on cymbals, it's pretty cool, like a cymbal swell in reverse. All right, and let's check it out again here in context of the full mix. Yeah, you can use it in many creative ways. For instance, here on this China cymbal that we have here, I added this effect, and let's hear it before. This cool reverse sound in a mix. Right? Yeah, pretty cool. And it's only $9.99, so I thought it was cool. And on ADSR, you get for free. Let's have this bonus here on this guitar solo. This delay, it's yours for free if you purchase any stuff. The blast delay, which is a normal delay, but you have an arpeggiator like sequencer here, and you can do it manually. The reverb tail, right? Pretty cool with your mouse. You can shape the reverb tail of the plugin. Let's have it by default, and let's use it here on this guitar solo, for instance. Pretty cool. I haven't come across other plugin like this. There should be some, but I didn't know. A delay with a sequencer, maybe in synthesizer, it's common. So the dry wet functionality, it's like used with automation, right? Let's use this like. It's increasing. Cool. So yeah, this plugin is free in the purchase at ADSR. Let me know if you are here in the comment section. Let's read some comments. Acoustic, what's up? Hey, what's up, brother? Tang Long, hi, a quick salute. Salute to you, my friend, as well. Robert Vasquez, I already made a Fredman Impulse. Awesome, Robert. Yeah, it's pretty cool, the cap simulator. Mike Francisco, hola, amigo, ¿cómo estás? Hola, Mike. Miguel Francisco, saludos. Muy bien, gracias por preguntar. Espero que estés bien tú. Muchas gracias por su atención, amigas y amigos. Thanks a lot for your attention and support. And before we go, I'd like to know what's your opinion on these plugins. Please let me know. I will be very interested to know your opinions. And also, before we go, I'd like to invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunter.com, where I have some additional freebies, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, a drum sample pack, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or this channel, which I'm updating weekly with tons of free content. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. I will see you very soon in the next one. All right, Mike, todo bien. Gracias. I'm glad everything is all right, and me da mucho gusto que todo esté bien por allá. Un gran saludo. Greetings to everyone. Take care. I'll see you soon.